A very happy Diwali. I hope you all had a wonderful Diwali. Um, Although this Diwali was a little different, but I'm sure you all had it in the best possible manner. I had a wonderful Diwali having my son and my daughter-in-law around, um, and being with your closest relationships. I believe that is something which can be the best gift and best celebration. Today we are going to talk about relationships. जिंदगी संबंधों के अ, मोहताज है. हमें जिंदगी में रिश्ते रिश्तेदारों की बहुत ज़रूरत होता है ना. अगर जिंदगी रिश्तेदारों को के साथ या तो रिश्तों के साथ ना बिताई जाए, अकेले कैसे जिंदगी बिताएं. Now, before I really proceed, I must definitely tell you something about relationship and what it is. Relationship is something which is a connect, which is connecting our souls. It actually happens in such a way that if we really want to live our lives and have relationships, we should be connected through our souls. And that is what we are going to talk and discuss about. Now, relationships does not need any effort, it just grows. Do you all agree? If you have to really build relationship or take efforts to have relationships, that will have a subtle threat whether it is going to last or not. So that is what I call bridging, construction of relationship. Relationships, according to me, should not be constructed or cannot be constructed. It can be have naturally. I'll give you a small example. Now, if you plant a tree, you plant a sapling. And as you plant the sapling, you nurture it. You put water every day, take care of it, see to it that every day it is growing, it is not wilting. Okay. But there are some plants which grow naturally. There is no effort, and you don't also need to put any effort to see to it that it grows. It will grow. It will naturally grow. And that is how what I say is a relationship which is a lifelong one. The one which you had planted is a bridging one, where you need to take care. Every step is an effort, and you are trying to build the relationship. Relationship, if I want to tell you what are the types of relationship, मैं ये कह सकती हूँ relationship को हम 3 division में divide कर सकते हैं. They can have sub branches, of course. Like first, it will be your blood relationship, that is your family. Second, it is your social relationships. So maybe your neighbors, your friends, whoever, you meet outside. So it is a social relationship. And the third is your professional relationship. Now, these three relationships are not watertight, compartmented. They can be interchanged. And by interchanging them, they also can be, the relationship can also change. So I'll just tell you why I say so. See, in blood relationships, suppose you have a family business. So at home, you have a family relationship. But in the firm, what you have, or the business, what you're running, there the father, the son, the uncle, the grandfather, they have a professional relationship. Right? Similarly, if you have a social relationship, now in that social relationship, suppose you stay in a society, and there you have your boss also staying with you. So in the society, you have a social relationship, you maintain a social relationship with them, and in the office, the whole relationship changes into a boss and subordinates. Again, now take it to the professional front. You go to the professional front, you will see that while you are working in a concern, in an organization, I had been working in a school, so you were working in a school. There we had colleagues. We had a professional relationship. But gradually, as we continued working together for a long period of time, we became more than professional friends, we became very good friends. So relationships are of different types and they can be interchanged. I'll tell you a very good example. Now, two cousins. The families don't get along very well. And it happens. These are all normal things. Okay. But when they are interacting in the society, what happens? They become very good friends. So in the society, when they are exchanging a social relationship, they have a much easier relationship than a relationship what they had as cousins. So we have to understand that relationships changes with the surrounding. Now let us try to figure out what actually changes these relationships. First and foremost, there is competition. Secondly, there can be some sort of jealousy. Of course, competition में jealousy भी आ जाता है. Then there can be comparison. There can be ideological differences. बहुत सारी चीज़ों के कारण हो सकता है कि फैमिलीज में, विद इन द फैमिली, एक दूसरे से नहीं बनता है. पर बाहर के जो रिलेशनशिप्स होते हैं वहां पर ये सब चीजें नहीं आती हैं. अब रिलेशनशिप्स कैसे बनता है? रिलेशनशिप्स में तीन बहुत महत्वपूर्ण चीज है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स, what one should have to build a beautiful relationship, and they are honesty, trust. If you are trustworthy, a relationship will be long lasting. If you are honest, a relationship will never die. And if you are, I should say, how can I explain this? Okay, let us take it as Shantanu says, few can drill life truth and life skills better than my sister. Oh yes. Thank you, Shantanu. Fine. So, honesty, trust, and transparency. There should be absolute transparency in relationships. The moment a relationship is intervened by anything else than these, which are against these 3 points, yes, the relationship will suffer a scar, an injury, and that is where the relationship will be tainted. I'll tell you that how you can have trust in relationship. You cannot buy a kilo of trust and put in a relationship, right? You have to believe in yourself, have trust in yourself more than the other person. Just trust that this relationship with a certain person is really good. The person is worth, ये संबंध जो मेरे कोई दोस्त के साथ है या कोई भी रिश्तेदारों के साथ है, ये वर्थ है और ये कभी विश्वासघात नहीं होगा इसमें. आप अगर ये विश्वास करना शुरू कर दें तो आपको इसमें कुछ भी नहीं लगेगा कि कुछ ऐसा हुआ है, because half of the times we assume that things are happening. Actually, they don't happen. It is our mind which actually works behind all the thought processes. So if you feed your mind with, if your thinking goes in the way that, yes, this relationship is working very well, it will work well. There's no other way. Relationships left alone, not taken care of for years, they will always go ahead if there is no scar. The day you will pick up the relationship, you will find that, oh my God, we had just met. It doesn't even seem that it has been few years that we've not met and we've not been in connection. रिलेशनशिप तो वो स्किल के जैसे बोला जाता है ड्राइविंग और साइकिलिंग और स्विमिंग, एक बार सीख लो तो भूलते नहीं. संबंध भी ऐसा ही होता है, एक बार बन जाए तो वो संबंध टूटता नहीं. अगर आप जान करके वो संबंध को तोड़ना नहीं चाहते हैं तो, राइट. ऐसे रिश्ते में बोला जाता है कि एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं रखना चाहिए. How many of you really believe that there cannot be any expectation in a relationship? Even I say, जरूरत पड़े तो मैं भी इस्तेमाल कर लेती हूँ ये चीज, पर बात बताऊं, रिलेशनशिप में एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं रहना चाहिए. इन इटसेल्फ इज एन एक्सपेक्टेशन. क्या कहते हैं आप? नहीं, इट इज एन एक्सपेक्टेशन दैट देयर शुड नॉट बी एन एक्सपेक्टेशन. नो, रिलेशनशिप है तो आदान प्रदान तो होना ही है. इमोशंस के आदान प्रदान के बगैर रिलेशनशिप कैसे बन सकता है? आप देते जाएं, देते जाएं, देते जाएं और आपको वापस कुछ ना मिले तो आपको लगता है आप बहुत दिन तक इसको चला पाओगे? नहीं, आपको एक ना एक दिन लगेगा कि नहीं, ये रिश्ता मेंटेन करके फायदा नहीं है. दिस इज अ बैगेज. Baggage is a extra load, isn't it? You wouldn't like to carry it for long. कितने देर तक बैगेज हम पकड़ के चलते हैं? उसे रख देते हैं, जैसे ही सब जगह मिलता है उसे रख देते हैं. वैसे रिलेशनशिप भी हम छोड़ देते हैं, क्योंकि वो अगर एक तरफा हो, उसमें अगर एक्सपेक्टेशन फुलफिलमेंट ना हो तो वो नहीं होता है. दूसरी बात जो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है रिलेशनशिप बनाने के लिए, ब्रिज नहीं. ब्रिज के लिए आपको एफर्ट पुट करनी है, आपको उसको ध्यान देना है कि भाई आगे वाले को बुरा नहीं लगना चाहिए, ऐसा कुछ अनबन नहीं हो जाना चाहिए, मुंह से कुछ गलत शब्द ना निकल जाना चाहिए। तो वो होता है ब्रिजिंग अ रिलेशनशिप, जिसको खुले अंदाज से हम जी नहीं सकते, जिसके लिए हमें बहुत सारे स्टेप्स गिन के चलना पड़ता है। तो वो एफर्ट जब लगता है ना, तो कहीं ना कहीं खिंचाव होता है, देयर इज अ स्ट्रेच। सो नेचुरली व्हाट हैपन्स, दैट रिलेशनशिप it doesn't become superfluous, that doesn't become spontaneous. But when a relationship just goes seamlessly, very very easily, and you accept the relationship with the imperfections in the person, naturally you will see that the relationship will flow very easily. We all know to err is human. If I am a human, I will also err. So the other person also has his own or her own right to err. Let them. We can always either overlook them, or if it requires a repair, we can go for a repair. What's wrong? And that is the relationship, what is a true long-lasting relationship. Trust me, such relationships are lighter, featherweight. You don't even feel burden of the relationship. You don't feel that I have to take extra care. You know that this person is there. You all must be having such people. I also have such people with me. Lot many of them, they are not my blood relations. Fortunately, my blood relations are also equally important, and we share a very beautiful relationship, especially we three sisters. My eldest sister, my second sister, she is also watching right now, and myself. We have grown up together. They have taken care of me as my parents, though my parents were there at that time, but then my parents didn't have to take much care. They only took lots of care for me. And we share the relationship till date. You won't believe we don't live a day without talking to each other. And we can demand, and we can request, and we can think, and we can understand each other's need each other's want, each other's problems without even uttering a single word. Similarly, my sister-in-laws, same way. We've grown. Yes, we did have a share of misunderstandings in the beginning, but those were taken care of so well that it happened. Today, we are sharing a beautiful and very, very loving relationship where we don't have any demands. Similarly, I have my students who've turned into my daughters and sons, my college friends who have become my brothers, and they've stayed as my brother. Some have become my friends, and they are just here. I'm seeing Swati Didolkar Majumdar here, watching from Australia, and she's been with me since now so many years. I just took name of Shantanu Chatterjee. He's been my muh boli bhai, par is more than my brother. So these relationships, how did they grow? Did I take any extra care? Did they take any extra care? No. We have just taken it for granted that these are my relationships and we are there to stay. And these are the lifelong relationships, and they are not bridges. We don't have bridges. Why I tell you now, I come back here, why I tell you we should not make bridges, because see, bridges actually are made of certain external things, concrete, iron, etc. And there is a possibility of them getting worn off, and one day they can fall. There is a constant threat, right? Helen Keller has actually explained relationship in a beautiful few beautiful words. The best and the most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen in the world, cannot be heard, but must be felt, and felt with the heart. You feel actually excited, encouraged, you feel a support. If you see, when I invite you for my talks, I always tell you, please be with me and be my support, be my encouragement. This is also a relationship we are building. And trust me, I love this relationship. I see the similar names and also names adding. And this gives me so much of encouragement. You are doing such a big favor to me to achieve my target, to achieve my goal of spreading the good word, of living a better life. And this is what we should look for. A relationship is like a house. Now see, in a house, suppose a light bulb gets fused. Do we change the house? No. We just go and get a new bulb and fix it. Isn't it? So even in a relationship, if anything goes wrong, we don't change the relationship. Take for example, I have a small scuffle with Swati, and we have that much of ease in our relationship that we can actually talk it out, little bit fight it out, no problem, but we remain same. We are just the same, and we have the same right over each other. Okay. Your own family is always your own family. But then even in the family, you can have tiffs. And they may not be repaired because you don't take care to repair. So we must always try to repair our relationships. They are very, very important. मैंने शुरू में कहा, जिंदगी रिश्तों की मोहताज है और रिश्तों के लिए हम जीते हैं. जैसे खाने के लिए हम जीते, खाना खाएंगे, सांस लेंगे तो जिएंगे, और रिश्ते रहेंगे तो ही जिएंगे. नहीं तो अकेले में कैसे जीना, आप बताएं, है ना? तो बात ऐसी हुई कि हम रिश्ते बनाएंगे पर ब्रिजेस नहीं बनाएंगे. सावलील होगा रिश्ता, जो रिश्ते में कोई हिचक नहीं हो, जो रिश्ते में कुछ सोचना ना पड़े, दिल खोल के जी सके और दिल खोल के समझ सके एक दूसरे को, और कोई डर ना हो रिश्तों को खो देने की, क्योंकि रिश्ते खोना सबसे ज़्यादा लुट जाना होता है. आप सब मेरे साथ सहमत होंगे, क्योंकि हर इंसान को रिश्ता बड़ा प्यारा लगता है. और इसी के साथ आज का टॉक मेरा ख़त्म करते हैं, और हम फिर मिलेंगे नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट सैटरडे को. Thank you. Thanks a lot for all of you being with me. This is a great support which I get from each of you. I extend my heartfelt gratitude that you all support me. You all come and listen to me. Nobody forces you. You come to hear me, and that's so wonderful. That gives me so much of encouragement, and that gives me so much of energy to actually carry on my work. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye. Thank you.